Hi y'all, I'm Miss Stacy. Welcome to Stacy's Homestead, and today we're going to make cherry preserves. Really simple, easy peasy, fast recipe. Okay, so doing the ball blue book here. This one, I use the ball book and the Amish book a lot. I have 3 different ball books, but let's see. This one is just easy, 2 pounds of cherries, and roughly, let's see. In my Amish book, it tells you how much per pound everything is. It's awesome. So, says estimated fruit needed per quart jar. Okay, so a quart jar of cherries is 2.5 pounds. So, oh my goodness! So 1 quart jar would be 2.5 pounds, huh? You need a lot. So basically, I need 2 pounds of cherries, so if it fits in a quart jar, then I got 2 pounds. So basically, a quart of cherries is going to be 2 pounds. A little, you know, give or take. It doesn't have to be perfect, because it's not jelly, you know. Alright, so let's measure out a quart of cherries, which I already have right here. We're going to put it in our pot. I already put it in. Yeah. I'm gonna put in there, okay? We pitted those, and then now I love to use brown sugar in the darker fruits, and cherry counts as a darker fruit to me. So, and then just 4 cups of sugar. So that's what we're gonna do. And then it says combine cherry. Wash cherries under cold running water, drain, remove stems and pits. We did that, blah blah. Combine cherries and sugar in a large sauce, bring to mixture to a boil. So that's what we're going to do. And then that's the gist of it. So, yeah. Alright guys, so I'm going to bring it in and I'll show you. I was like, bring it in and I'll show you. I don't know if you can see. I can't, it's hard for me to tell if you can see what I'm doing here. You know? So I'll give you close-ups. Alright, so we got our 2 pounds of cherries, which is, you know, roughly a little bit of quart, probably a little less than a quart, according to the Amish book that I got. It says a quart of cherries would be 2.5 pounds would fit in that. So I'm just saying a quart is roughly 2 pounds. Anyways, 4 cups of sugar. We're going to do 2 cups of brown sugar. Okay. You know what? Let's just do it all. We'll do 4 cups of brown sugar. Actually, we'll do 3 cups of brown sugar and then 1 cup of regular sugar. I don't know why I'm going to throw that cup of regular sugar in, but I'm just going to do it. Now 1 cup of regular sugar. You can do whatever mix you want. There we go. Alright, so we got everything in the pot, and you can add a little bit of water if you need to, just to get it, if there's not enough juice, to get the sugars going and melting good. And you're going to put this on the stove and cook it until it reaches a rapid boil that can't be stirred down. Cook it until it's translucent, okay? Like, kind of glossy, not translucent, until it's glossy. Then put it in the fridge for 12 to 18 hours. Then take it back out the next day and then cook it to rapid boil, and that can't be stirred down. And we're going to put a pat of butter in to keep the foam down. So I always put a pat of butter in. Just a little bit, just to keep it from foaming. Okay? It works. Alright. I'll come back to you when that starts doing its thing. Alright, so I got it on the stove and I don't have enough juice, so I'm going to add just a small amount of water, okay? Like a very little. You don't want much. I get my wooden spoon, and we want to constantly stir this. Yes. Alrighty, so we have our cherry preserves cooking on the pot, and we're gonna cook it until the cherries get glossy looking, okay? And then once they get glossy looking, then we're gonna just put it in the fridge for 12 to 18 hours. And then after that, then we will bring it back up to a bowl that you can't stir down, and then you can it. So that's how cherry preserves work. So I'll bring it in and show you as I stir it around. Alright guys, so we're gonna boil this over high heat until the cherries, constantly stirring, until the cherries become glossy, it says. That's what it says in the book. It's been a while since I made this, because this is one of those things you only make every so often, you know? So, but we're going to bring it to a boil first. Alright, so the cherries have come to a gloss. They look nice and glossy. And we are going to turn the heat off now and then put these in a container and keep them in the refrigerator for 12 to 18 hours. And then you go on to step 2. Alrighty guys, so it's 12 hours later. The instructions say 12 to 18 hours. Well, I waited 12. So 12 hours later, we're going to put it back in the pot. And then after the 12 hours, 12 to 18 hours, you're going to put it back in the pot and cook it. It says could rapidly overheat almost to gelling point, 220 degrees, stirring constantly. And then skim off them as necessary. That's it. So that's what you got to do here. Look at that syrup. Let's look at this syrup. Where's my scooper duper? It's like super syrupy. Alright, where's my thingamabob? Here it is. I have some mulberries in the fridge. I was thinking about adding, but then that would be something different. We're doing preserves. If I added the mulberry, and it'd be the same thing, but you would have to add lemon, and then it would be called conserves. It's interesting, and it's a different process also. Yeah, I'll do that another time. This time we're just doing cherry preserves. You know, it's interesting how they have you refrigerate it, cook it twice and refrigerate it for so long, and I'm thinking the cherries must need the extra step to penetrate it, maybe. That's what I'm thinking. Alright, got our syrup all in there. And you can't walk away from this, okay guys? Sticky, sticky, sticky. Can't walk away from this. You have to constantly stir it. And I put that pat of butter in, so we shouldn't have any foaming, but if there is, you skim it off, okay? Small amount of foaming is okay. So you bring it up to a rolling boil that cannot be stirred down, meaning if it boils and you stir it and it stops boiling, then it's not really boiling. You want it to boil even though you stir. And here's a little trick. If you have like your pot's too full and it starts foaming on you, then you put your wooden spoon across the top and it should keep the foam from coming out. It works. It works. So it's going to take a while and constantly stir, okay guys? Alright, so it's at a rapid boil that cannot be stirred down. And now we're going to cook it for 1 minute and then jar it up. And constantly stir it. Okay, I'm going to turn it off and then we're going to jar it up. Alrighty, so let's get our jars out of the hot water bath. I have them warming up in there. We'll get 3 jars out at a time. Alright, we'll just get all these ones out. They're nice and warm and ready to rock and roll. Hey, rock and roll here. These are my favorite ones. These are my favorite jars. Aren't they cute? I love them. Okay. So, let's get our stuff ladled in here. Okay. You want to leave a 1-inch headspace here. Dogs do not like delivering people. Always barking at them. We're gonna use my favorite jars first. They're so cute. I'll never give away these jars. They're just too cute. We need one more. Only one more jar, and that'll do it. That should do it here. The recipe says it should yield 4 half-pint jars. 1, 2, 3, 4. I have one more than 4, so a little bit more than 4. I have 5 half-pint jars, so there you go. A little bit more syrup here. There, perfect. So I have, I'll put a little bit more in here. 5 half-pint jars. That looks about right. Okay, let's put our lids on. I gotta get my lids hot. I forgot. I always warm my lids up. It never fails me. Knock on wood. Clean our rims. There we go. Now we put our lids on. We got 2 used lids here. And I always do use lids for at least 2 because I want to, you know, those are the ones I'll open the soonest. That way I'm not wasting new lids, you know? Especially if I'm going to open one like right away. Alright, let's get the bands on. Snug as a bug. I never use the new bands that the jars, if I have new jars like these ones, I love them so much. I got, these are new. Anyways, I don't use the new bands, I save them because, you know, like look at this. Look at that. This I'll use until it won't turn right. And then I have to throw it away. Probably a couple more uses. And then I'll get a new band out. But yeah, I put the new bands away. I don't use them. I save them for when these ones wear out. I have a drawer of old bands. I have tons of old bands, so I won't be using the new ones anytime soon. There. Okay, let's put them in for 15 minutes, guys. Alright guys, so it's all done. Let's take out our stuff. It's hot. I think they're already sealed. They're already sealed. Cool. Our cherry preserves all done. Looks good. Yeah, all of them sealed already. Yep, beautiful. Okay. This will last me a while because I don't eat, I have so many preserves, you know what I mean? You have to go through them all. So that's why I like doing small batches like this. So you don't have a whole bunch of jars in your cabinet of the same thing. So anyways, that's how you make cherry preserves. Okay, guys? So we'll just talk to you later and subscribe. Bye-bye.